Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back
Welcome back
to another episode
of Last Minute Laura show.
Ooh, for those of you who are new here,
I'm Last Minute Laura.
wow, you do listen. Good morning, everybody. Did you guys hear that? Alex was harmonizing this morning. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, I'm Laura. This is the Last Minute Laura morning show. We get together every morning from 8 a.m. Eastern until 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Do you see that? It's a Kinder Surprise. It's a new version. You can have it.
Why new?
I don't know. It's got chocolate and Rice Krispie things. Try it. I haven't tried it, so it's probably good.
I don't want it.
Why?
It's new.
It's not chocolate. Here, you can have the chocolate.
No.
Yes, no. I opened that for you, so I don't want both. I only want one. You can have this one.
No.
You guys, Alex is so dramatic this morning. He was like, do you have any chocolate or treats for me? And I was like, no, there's only like a little bit, and I want to hold on to my birthday chocolate. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I put out treats for him, and he was like, no, I'm fine.
Don't worry about me.
Anyways, let me just do my spiel, and then I'll start saying hi to everybody. So, I hope you'll subscribe and click the like button if it's your first time here. Liking the video is a really great way to support the channel. It helps the channel grow, and it means a lot to me. So if you could hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. Thank you for those of you who hit the button. And for those of you who are new, if you subscribe, you'll see that we're here every morning, Monday to Friday, 8 till 9:30 and 4 till 6 Eastern. So yeah, we get together 2 times a day. During this quarantine, CJ's playing with one of my markers. He's hunting it. So you may hear him doing some yowling, but he's fine. He's just chasing things I'm gonna have to clean up based on just him having a good time right now. If you knock that cup over, though, we're gonna have trouble. He's like, I wasn't doing anything. Okay, let me see who's here this morning. Maddie, good morning. Dina, good morning. Barb, good morning. Candace, good morning. Nice to have you this morning. Happy belated birthday. Since I didn't get to say it really to you during the stream, happy birthday. Jay, good morning. Just finished my snakes. We'll need more information. I see that everybody feels the same. We need more information. Jay, what is that? What do you mean? Did you eat snakes or did you finish? I don't know. He started the morning with just, good day, I just finished my snakes.
Oh wow, I didn't know somebody ate snakes.
Well, we don't know. We're waiting for a follow-up so that we understand if they ate snakes or if they...
What kind of snakes did you eat?
Well, she's in Australia, so probably something venomous.
Wow, good protein, I guess.
Hi Dave, good morning. Barb Whisper, good morning. I'm glad you're here. Good morning, nice to have you. Chris, good morning. And who else is here? Lori, good morning. Good morning, Lori. Care Bear, good morning. Katina, good morning. And I think I'm all caught up. Thank you for the belated birthday wishes. Thank you very much. To those of us who had birthdays yesterday, which is Lori's daughter, me, and Candace. We all had birthdays yesterday. So I turned 28 yesterday, which sounds like a real grown-up number. 28 years old. That being said, I'm not doing anything grown-up this morning. I'm starting my morning with, look how big this piece of cake is. It's as big as my whole head. I cut not a triangular piece of cake because I like the center of the cake, so since it's my cake and it's all that's left over, it's gonna be a big rectangle, chunky piece of dense-ass chocolate cake. Excuse my language. Good morning, Sadie. Good morning, Sandy. Nice to see you both this morning. I'm sorry I missed your birthday day, so happy belated birthday. Thank you, Sadie, sorry. Thank you, Sadie. Oh. Jay meant snacks. Not snakes. I just finished my snacks. Well, that's less exciting. I mean, unless your snack was really good, but it's definitely not as... CJ, do you need to do that? I'm never gonna find all of the things he's knocking down. You are young. I mean, maybe. Time is not real. I stopped adulting somewhere around 40. Yeah, I think that I'm gonna just not adult. Good morning, Adival. Are you comfy now? Adival. Oh, good morning, Adival. From the UK, I'm finishing up a colorful baby wrap, and it's perfect timing as I got up at 4:30 with contractions. That's so exciting. Oh, new baby time. Happy birthday. Oh, we're gonna sing happy birthday, right? Happy birthday to you. Your baby girl's gonna have a birthday. Well, Laura is a great name. You're free to use it for your baby. I don't eat snakes, Jay says, but I really like Ghana, which is, oh, Goanna, right? Goanna? Ghana? Is it Gona? I feel like I've heard in the Rescuers Down Under, which is a cartoon from the 90s, I remember the bad guy was in Australia and he called his lizard Joanna, and she was a goanna. So I wonder if goanna is the pronunciation or if it was like he had an Australian accent. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Miss Allright. And Amber, good morning as well. It's like a really big lizard. Interesting. Does it taste like chicken? People say lizard tastes like chicken. I'm gonna just jump into my cake here because I feel like I didn't get to enjoy it to the fullest extent because I was like busy enjoying my family time yesterday. CJ has knocked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things off of one table. Oh, Samaya. Good morning, Samaya. Thank you for the belated birthday wishes. I'm in bed resting, crocheting, and listening to music. Awesome. Good way to start. Good morning, everyone I've not mentioned. Am I right, Goanna? Am I right? I don't know. I feel like the name of the lizard was Joanna because the lizard was a goanna. But I could just be wrong. I have no idea. I am not. Well, that's not true. I should know because I know a lot of random animal facts, but I don't remember that one. Hey, Jenna. Good morning. I am starting, thank you so much for the tea, Alex, with some red rose tea. Thank you, Candace. Hold on. Souk me blue. Oh, like is it like, hold on. Souk me blue. Souk me blue. Am I saying that right? Souk me blue. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm eating birthday cake. And I'm gonna make a TikTok from my birthday yesterday because I'm a TikTok person now. Check me out on TikTok. I'm Last Minute Laura, self-plug. But for real, I filmed little clips on purpose for the purpose of making TikToks later. So I filmed like a couple of seconds with my family here and there. We had a socially distanced birthday party. So my mom and dad have these chairs and they have like 50 something of these, I don't know, fancy wedding chairs. They bought a whole bunch of them and they rent them out sometimes, but they bought them, I think it was for my little sister's bridal shower, but they never came in on time. So now they just have 50 white fancy chairs. So they took out 6 of them and oh my god, 1.5 million views on my TikTok. That's crazy. You're like TikTok famous. For realsies. The highest I've got on TikTok is like 34,000 and that's on the worm video. I'm gonna have to watch your videos, Sadie, see what the trick is, what you're doing magically. I mean, to be honest though, you do really cool things that are fun to watch, you know what I mean? I was very much Barb. I can walk around again. Oh, good. Sadie, I'm great. Thank you so much for my new phone. What? You got a new phone? That's awesome. Oh, that's so awesome. Sadie, you go, girl. And plug your YouTube channel on there too then, Sadie. Oh yeah, if you're getting 1.5 million views, you should include your, put at the bottom of your videos, just text over the video, like youtube.com/Sadie Spincraft. Totally, you should. That would be really cool. because then you'll end up having like 1 million subscribers, and then you can like let them know that if they need someone to hang out with in the morning, there's like this person there. I'm like trying to slip a plug in. Oh, Candace! We have to name the new plant. What do we name the new plant? Also, wasn't Elon Musk's son born yesterday? / gender neutral baby. They're raising the baby with no gender, which is interesting, but we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of interested to see this generation of genderless babies, to see if they just end up like picking a standard gender or if they end up being gender non-binary. Interesting world we live in. It's going to be interesting to see what the next generation looks like. Charlie D'Amelio. No, I'm not TikTok literate yet, but pretty close. It's actually really close to this pink, isn't it? It's pretty. My little sister said this grows very big. I showed her, and she was like, that's gonna get big. And I was like, oh, cool. And she was like, because she has them, she keeps that plant. She has them in a bunch of colors, apparently. Sadie, that's so cool. New phone and so many views on TikTok. Totally. We've got 20 of us here today, but only 10 likes so far. I agree, Jay. Where's the likes at, people? So I just need to show you a piece of this cake. Do you see how hard I had to push to break off a piece? I mean, it is cold, but look how dense this cake is. There's like no air bubbles in it. It's like just cake. So like this weighs like as much as thunder. You choking? On what? It's very good. And right here I have a bowl of Candace's candies, and I have an open chocolate. So yes, I am still on a sugar high. I'm gonna be honest. I very much like sugar right now. But I am going to probably not eat a ton of bad food for me after this week. So it'll be fine. Oh, good morning, Crystal. You made it. You made it. You waked up. You waked up? Wow. You woke up. You're here. Welcome. Good morning. Congratulations for getting up to the alarm. I know that that is a kick in the pants when you're not a morning person. She's a very famous TikTok person. Cool. Like, I need a huge amount of that purple rain. It's gorgeous. Well, now I'm excited to see. Oh my goodness. People are just coming out of the woodwork wishing me a happy birthday. People who I haven't spoken to in years, and people who are like our relationship is no longer a relationship. People have been like texting me, like people who are from when I worked at Fortino's and Wendy's. Like that was like, I don't know, like 14 years ago. Like, so people are just jumping out. I mean, it's sweet because it's birthday wishes, but it's weird because it's like I haven't even thought of these people, and then I see my phone and it's like, and they'll reference something from like when we were in the same lifestyle, and I'm just like, what is going on? It was a one-off, darling, but I can make you something new. Oh, your beautiful yarn. I'm doing yardage on Hunter's Garden today. That's exciting. Rhoda bits, all washed and dyed now. Oh, something that made me smile, Barb. I watched your video where Sven was dyeing yarn. Sorry, Hunter's Garden made me think Hunter, Sadie's kid. Sven, Barb's kid. And Sven was dyeing yarn. For those of you that don't know, Whisper and Sadie both do yarn dyeing. Whisper does yarn dyeing and crochet amigurumi, and Sadie does, I mean, she does she does crochet as well, but she does spinning and yarn dyeing. Oh, good morning, Frida, walking Millicent. Well, doing a good mommy job. And good morning, Jessica. So, Barb posted in our Discord, I believe. Yeah, we have a Discord. For those of you that are new, look in the links below. There's a Discord link, and you can join our chat community after the fact. So anyway, the video that you posted, Barb, with Sven, where he's dyeing the yarn, and he says like, oh, this pink, it's like the oh, what did he say? NASCAR? No. What's the racing? Car racing is it NASCAR? He was like, oh, this is like the pink on the race car. What are Alex, what are the race cars called?
Race cars?
Yeah, like for like when you like the real race car drivers. What is that called?
Like formula?
Yeah, Formula thing. Formula 1?
Yeah.
Okay, he was like, it's pink, like on the Formula 1 or whatever it was. And then after that, he was like, and you know what? This orange is like the McLaren pinstripe. And he says all this, first of all, in English. And second of all, I was like, amazing. Like, what? So I was kind of dumbfounded how fluently Sven speaks English. Like, very minimal, like there was like just a hint of an accent, which is amazing. Like Sven has like perfect English. And anyway, so he was talking about these colors, and it was funny because he was dyeing yarn, and the first thing, pink, it's like the Formula 1, and I was like, I didn't know that. Orange, it's like the McLaren pinstripe, and I was like, oh, funny. Then yesterday, I was listening to the radio because for some reason lately, Alex and I have been putting on our like CBC, the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. It just like gives us news and also like fun Canadian things. So we're listening, and it was saying that they're going to be opening racing again for cars just with no audience. And I thought, I wonder how Sven will feel about that. Race car races for Formula 1 with no audience. Does Sven watch on TV? This is the question basically. Does Sven watch on TV, or is the crowd part of the energy? Like if he likes Formula 1, then does it affect his viewing experience that there won't be crowds anymore? That was something that I was thinking of. Candace, she's actually 50% poodle, 25 Labrador, 25 Finnish Lapphund. Or a Labradoodle. I'll still take her. Yeah, one for me, please. I loved watching that video. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. Me too. It was really cute. It was really cute. So that's something I was thinking about yesterday when I heard that on the radio. The first thing I thought was like, I wonder what Sven will think about the NASCAR. Okay, so it shouldn't matter that there's no crowd? Yum. Chocolate cake. So good. No, the crowd doesn't matter. So then good. So that's a good sport to not have to feel bad that the Rona Reno is affecting. Oh, also, has anybody in this chat grown potatoes before? I feel like, Lori, you said put them in a big black pot, and they're in a big black pot. I covered the soil. I covered the sprouts with soil. Every time it got above the dirt, I would cover it with soil, and then more would come out of the dirt. Fine. But what I'm wondering is, now what? Because it's a very big plant, and it's too tall. I can't cover it with dirt anymore. It's like 2.5 feet tall outside of the dirt. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do to it at this point. Is it supposed to not be tall at all? Do I do something with it? The cameras follow the shots, rarely a shot of the crowd. Good, then good. You're growing them now. What are you doing for them, Sadie? Can I just show you what my potatoes look like, and you guys can be like, that's wrong or that's right? Here, you go with CJ. If you don't mind. You just lie down right there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my potato container. Assuming I can still lift it. Yep, I still can. This is where we're at. So I've been filling it over with dirt as far as I could, but now we're full. There's no more spot for dirt. Oh great, there's fungus gnats in here. But I can't cover them. What am I supposed to do with all this? Put them in a big pot and keep them in the hot sun. They're in direct morning sunlight, and they're growing really fast, which is great, except for I don't know what to do now, because this is not what I remember my mom's potatoes looking like on the ground. Am I supposed to do something to this stuff? It smells good, like outdoor plant leaf, you know, like how tomatoes have that weird spicy sort of smell. We did a potato box. Okay, you can get some car tires. Okay, that's fine. The green part of the potato plant is above ground. Okay, so this is okay though. Like right now, if I put this outside, is the theory that this will create potatoes? I'm aware it's a small container. but I already planted them in here. I'm pretty sure I can't transplant them. I can't transplant them, right? I don't think they're transplantable. So you see how fast? This is like 3 potatoes that I cut into quarters, and I just put them at different layers in this container. So ends up with all this potato waterfall. You see how fast that grew? Let me show you my sweet potatoes so you can be like, wow, oh God, that's not worth it. It does not feel worth it. My mom explained that it was going to take off eventually, but sweet potatoes, you're supposed to not bury them all the way to begin with, allegedly. I have 2 sprouts on one of my potatoes. They're pretty. The leaves are pretty. It does make me happy, but apparently this is going to sprout up the same way that the potatoes did, and then you cut it and add it in water. And then you do it again, and you cut it, and then put them in water. And it'll just keep making sprouts, and you keep cutting them when they get that big, my mom said, and you put them in water and they grow roots, and people buy the little cuttings, and then they cut the roots off when they get home and shove it in dirt, and then it will create sweet potatoes. They're called sweet. Oh, there's a leaf coming up on this one too. That's good. Back in the corner back here. So I don't know. I don't know what, why it's taking so much longer, because I planted these on the same day as those potatoes. They've been in the hot sun, watered when they get a little bit less than, like, you know, nice soil. I don't know. All of the late night sucks right now, Care Bear. Honestly, Colbert is not great anymore because he's not that funny without the entirety of the people. Jimmy Fallon, not funny at all alone. Like, you know what kind of makes me feel really good? YouTubers' quality of service now looks way higher. Like, the late night shows use all these expensive cameras and they're so good quality, and then when they have to be at home, they have no idea what to do. They have no idea how to handle any of, like, you can tell, like, none of the people who work in TV know the behind the scenes of it, because it's so, like, awkward to put these late night shows together, versus like YouTube people who like film, produce, direct, edit, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of a good feeling. Okay, car tires. Okay, so what my question is, can I repot it? Yours were outside. Okay, nope, just leave them. They just vine like that. Okay, cool. Then that's what's gonna happen. Those are gonna go outside when the freezing stops. Wrestling is suffering from the no crowd indeed. Well, I feel like wrestling is, it's like a show, right? Like, you wouldn't want to watch a play on TV with, you know what I mean? Like, a play is meant to be seen live. So I feel like WrestleMania makes sense to me because it's like a play. I'm not a fan, but I know he's struggling with it, so I feel bad. That sucks. WrestleMania was a dud because of it. Well, thank you for those of you that have hit like, but there's still some that haven't. Thanks, Jay. Thanks for the shouting out. I really do appreciate your cheerleading skills. I don't like sweet potatoes, so I've never grown them. Well, apparently sweet potato slips are very popular as a sale item for like drive-by farm sales, like pussy willows, the branches off the pussy willow tree. People buy those from like tables in front of country homes. Like, people put a table out when you live in the country, and you can just like put things that you want to sell on your table, and people will put money in a box. It's a weird system, but the country is a weird place. Same thing with sweet potato slips. I've never grown them either. In Ottawa, where I used to live when I had a garden, the Ottawa doesn't do well for sweet potatoes, but I live here now, so I don't even care to grow them because they're not expensive, like, to purchase. But apparently sweet potato slips are, in fact, something exciting for people. SNL kind of sucks right now. Agreed. Come here. I'll hold you. I'll catch you. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll get you. There you go. All right. I've got strawberries, grapevine, potatoes, sunflowers, and tomatoes. I will have strawberries, tomatoes, hot peppers, cucumbers, green beans, snow peas. I don't remember if that's everything. Oh, I just sent you on IG how we did our potatoes. Let us have a look, shall we? Oh, that's a nice box. Can you just lift it off the ground, Scrappy, so that at the end of the season you could just like pull it off and have all the potatoes just sort of Yeah, you know. Sweet potatoes are very pretty plants. Right, Lori? I know. So when the garden centers open in the summer, like for their summer stuff, um, the what am I trying to say? Sweet potato vines are like in the decor. Um, hold on, you have to keep covering the green part so more potato will grow. Okay, well, if I can, then I will. Like if I have some other way to move those without, like I don't know how transplanting is going to go. Until a few years ago, sweet potatoes weren't grown commercially here in Nova Scotia. Now the climate is warming and we have sweet potatoes, peaches, nectarines. It's like a positive negative, am I right? Like you're like, this is not good because the climate is changing, but also peaches in Nova Scotia? Maybe the peaches won't be $11 a pound in Nova Scotia anymore. Um, and I've been watching Harry Potter DIY videos. What kind of Harry Potter DIY videos? Chilly here in Florida, chilly here in southern Ontario. We're at like 2 degrees Celsius this morning because there are no rules. So on Sunday, 18, 19 degrees Celsius. Today, 2 degrees Celsius. There's no rules. Oh my god, that Harry Potter channel you sent me, Whisper, is very cool. Oh, Lori, when your embroidery floss, should I try to use it until I can card it? I tangled and had to throw some away. I hate that about embroidery floss. It's hard to untangle. What I would say is a good thing to do is, yeah, card it on anything. If you have like something cardboard, something cardboard, if you cut a rectangle out, you know what I'll do? I'll draw a picture of unless you have cards. If you already have cards, then trace one of your existing ones onto cardboard and cut it out. That's perfectly fine. That's what I do when I don't have any like left, when I have more thread than cards. If you don't have cards at all, I'll take a picture of mine, what I use for when it's cardboard. Wow, that was a lot of talking for not a lot of information. I have, okay, well, do you mean like you're growing it at your home? You're allowed to grow it here now, up to 4 plants per household, Jay. If you're talking about the same plant that I'm talking about, you're allowed to have up to 4 plants on your property. I don't know if you're allowed to grow them inside yet. I can't imagine you are because it's not good to grow them inside, right? Like in your home, I mean. Or is it just that hydroponics are not good in your home? I don't know, but you know, whenever when it was illegal, when they used to catch people doing it, it was like the house was condemned after that because there was mold in it and stuff. Like whenever that happened in our city area growing up, I remember it being like a shutdown thing. And Sun and 16, hello, and I said hello to the lake. Oh, that's nice. The lake is not ice, so that's good. I have one channel and she's awesome. She does all kinds of DIY videos, potions mostly for decoration, and another that I support massively that is the one Scrappy saw. Ooh, upload in the Discord so I can see. Or if it's on your Discord, I'll scroll through. That's cool, Frida. I can't find any seed potatoes, so I had to I haven't got to start a bin yet. I'm excited. You know what I did? I didn't even get seed potatoes. I just took potatoes that were in the bottom of my fridge that had already started to sprout. I cut off all of the sprouts and then I cut it into 4, and that was fine. No, that's not the one I grow. I grow real. Oh, I have a lot of real weeds here. Like our yard there's a lot of wild violets, which I've been collecting and drying. Like after this stream, I'll go out and I'll collect whatever came up this morning. We've got weeds, wild violet, dandelion, plantain, heal-all, and like a little bit of grass. And a lot of grape hyacinth. Like in my lawn, just around, like it escaped my garden and it's in my whole lawn. Oh, bye Sadie. Where's Sadie headed off to? Hold on. I didn't get to see where Sadie's headed. Bye Scrappy, we'll do Barb, Sadie love, hit me when you're relaxing again. Oh, you're doing some work, I guess. I didn't see that message, but bye Sadie, have a great rest of your day. And Candace, if you have proper tent lighting and ventilation. I guess so, right? Yeah, but I guess that's with everything. And I feel like back when it was not legal, people were doing like less than the best organization. -2, that is cold. Dina, -2, you're in the States though. -2 would be like -1,000,000. It's -2 Celsius, right? Because you're in Australia, Jay, which makes it like Canada but slightly different. It's like Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. It's like we're not the same thing, but we all are. We started as the same thing or something. No, you guys started as being, you know what I mean. It's not the same, but similar. We all still have a queen. So, does New Zealand have a queen, or are they fully separate? I don't know. I want to be from New Zealand. Anyway, that's awesome, Laura. Potatoes here are treated so they sprout but won't come to anything. Oh, well, I hope that's not what happens here. But if you buy organic anything, like my mom, when she runs out of garlic from her, she keeps garlic from her previous year to plant for the following year. But if she runs out, which she always does because she plants excessively more than the previous year, she goes and buys organic garlic. And if the garlic is organic, it will sprout. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with these potatoes. If they don't come to anything, I'll let you know. And if they do, awesome. The thing is, potatoes are not really worth growing here because they're very inexpensive. Like carrots, potatoes, onions, those are things where, yes, you can grow them and it's fun, but it's basically not cost effective because the water, the time, and the like resources to grow them is more expensive than purchasing them. But I'm doing it for fun. Like, it's just for fun. No, New Zealand is still the same as you and me. Okay, good. Well, I'm good with being, like, in that trio. That trio is a good trio of countries. I feel like that could be, like, an amalgamation. We should just join as, like, a trinity of countries where it's, like, we can just, like, undo the fact that we have a queen and just keep the three of us together instead. You know, like, transfer our queen status to, like, a trifecta of the best places. Like New Zealand, Australia, and Canada. Like, everybody should come to these places. They're awesome. That's better. Coffee and electricity. Lol, tens. What? Better. Oh, that's better. Coffee and electricity. Coffee's good. Electricity is good to turn on your... Oh, for your machine. Tens. Okay. No, New Zealand's still the same. Scrappy, I found the best electrodes ever. Interesting. They always tend to get slimy after a while, and then you zap yourself, and they let go. These have fabric backing. So nice. Ooh, to collect the slime. Interesting. Send me a pic on Discord. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, it's like a machine that tenses your muscles, and it helps you relax your muscles and stuff. They're cool. Okay, so what else did I have to say? Oh, let's talk gardening. I was going to be crocheting today, but then I remembered the triangle shawl that I'm working on. I don't want to do stitches for. I'm working on a second triangle shawl for writing the pattern. So I'm writing the pattern for this one, which is really going to be the pattern for the other one, and then I can finish the other one. It's like a whole thing. Don't worry about it. It's coming. It's coming. Oh, Scrappy! I drew your other dog. Yesterday, while I was just sort of chillaxing, I forgot to tell you. I drew Rogue. I think Rogue. I think it's Rogue that I drew. Hold on. There. Oh, jeez, Louise. Oh, there we go. I drew Rogue. This is my black and white. It's not done because it has to be fully colored in black and white, and then I'll color in the actual colors, but I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at my drawings this morning, and I'm improving. I mean, like, I know that doesn't look exactly like your dog, but you can tell it's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dog stuff hasn't looked dog-like, real animal-like for a while, so, basically, you guys keep sending me pictures of your pets because it's giving me practice on different types of animals. There's this one in the chat. She looks so fierce. She will look so fierce once I get the stuff done, but she's cool. My dad thought it was a German Shepherd, so it wasn't super accurate, but you know, it's like I did my best. Jay, have a good sleep, and thanks for coming. That's awesome. And yeah, enjoy your sleep. It's late. When the new potatoes really has come in, you can get them for midsummer. Exactly. Like, okay, 10K is $1. Okay, so it's per kilogram. Oh my God, just load up your whole basement. Thanks, Frida. And Jay, good night. Everyone, I love that dog. Oh, thanks, Annette. Good morning. And thank you, Crystal. Awesome. Thanks, Dina. You guys are so nice. Show me this again. No problem. Okay. So, first of all, there's your other cartoon dog that I haven't put in to Redbubble yet. This doggo. So, again, I'm not someone who draws accurately. This is not part of my expertise. I am like, I don't know. I feel like I have no training in accurate drawing, so I'm not good at it, but I'm practicing, I'm trying. So by having all these pictures of your dogs and your cats, I'm practicing working on shapes. So rather than like looking at the dog and being like, the dog has triangle ears, try and draw triangle ears. Instead, I was looking at color patches and being like, there's a triangle of black. Like when I drew the mouth, I knew there was going to be black in this section, so I just colored it all black. Do you know what I mean? She's a mix, a healer mix. Yeah, she definitely looks like a German Shepherd in this one. But I'm going to try to find a way to make it look slightly less German Shepherdy when I put it in coloring in. We'll see. But either way, I'm practicing and I'm getting better. Well, potatoes for free, basically. Let me show the hubby. That's his girl. Okay, well, when he gets here, you let me know, and I will open her right back up. But thanks, Lori. I appreciate that. I'm trying. I'm learning. I feel like I'm improving, which is cool. And I'm understanding how I draw better. Before, I used to just sort of try and draw what I was seeing, whereas now I'm trying to draw shapes. And I find that that's making more accurate representations of what I'm trying to draw, which is awesome because I've never been able to accurately draw what I see. It's just not, it gets lost in translation like Picasso or something. I try to draw something, it comes out vaguely similar, but definitely not the same. Now I'm trying to work up my skills at drawing what I'm seeing. So when you guys send me your pets, keep sending me your pets. Send me different angles of your pets. If you've already sent a picture and you think it's really, really cute, send it again. I'm basically using your pets as practice. And if you like the image that I end up drawing, which I'm doing for free, I'll draw your animal for free, which is cool because if you wanted to get a portrait done of your dog, obviously like by someone who's professional, it would end up being a really good portrait, but that can cost money. You don't have to pay money for it. Instead, you send it for me and I upload it once I'm finished onto Redbubble. And if you like it, you can buy like a t-shirt or a zipper pouch or a tote bag with your animal on it, but that supports me. So I get to learn to draw better and you get custom things with your animals on them and I can get paid a little bit, which is, all of those things are great, but we all get something from it. So I'm getting experience and money and you're getting a cool drawing of your dog and or cool merch or cat or ferret or bird. Frida, I've been trying to draw your old parrot. I'm struggling with birds. They keep coming out as dinosaurs, which is, I'm on the right track, but not great. Also, there's a picture in there. I think it might be Jenna. It's this Labrador, and it is just so goofy. Like, it looks like such a doofus. And I took these screenshots to try and draw this dog. Look at this dog's face. Look at that. Hold on. Look at this dog. I was trying to draw this. This is very difficult for me to draw. I couldn't figure out, it just came out very not cute, but it's so cute. So that's on my list of things to draw. I don't remember whose dog that is. I feel like it's Jenna's dog, but that could just be because my brain, it's like, Jenna, you get to be the name when I can't pick one now. If I don't know who it is, my brain is like, it's probably Jenna. So Jenna, you're like a default name to just go in my head. So welcome to the default name club. His response, oh, my girl, that's, oh, yay, that makes me feel good. Laura, draw how you draw. That's the best way to go. Practice your style, screw how you're supposed to draw. Well, yeah, not yours. Okay, good, not Jenna's. I feel like I could find out whose it is. It's in the Discord, and when you see it, you'll be like, what is this dog? Maybe it's Ms. B. It's somebody in the Discord. But if you've got pictures of your animal that you want me to attempt to draw in my style, I'm not going to say that it's going to come out looking exactly like how you want. Jenna, you sent me a cat. What kind of cat did you send me? Because I screenshotted a lot that was in the Discord so that I could take pictures. Oh my god, also, you know how Scrappy's been complaining about this bird for the last, like, what, 2 weeks now? Like, it's not new. This bird has been a while. This whole time, I've been, like, saying to myself, come on, it's a bird. Like, I live in the country. There's birds out here all the time. There's a robin that just sits in my tree next to my window here and just sings. And honestly, I was, like, thinking, like, my true thought, I was going, oh, poor you, Scrappy. And on my inside, I was like, it's a bird. Come on. Like, it's singing. And then, and then Scrappy sent me a video of this bird. It's not singing. Like, I was very, very, I, like, ate my words, basically. Can I just show this bird singing, Scrappy? Because it's not singing. It's the most awful sound. Like, I was thinking Scrappy was complaining because the birds are, like, singing and it's not, it's annoying. It's not that it's annoying, it's that it's freaking loud. Listen to this.
Seriously taunting. The birds right there in the fence, stormed up there. I mean, really? Death wish much? That bird is seriously taunting.
Oh my god, it's screeching. It's like, it's this awful, awful noise. And I felt so bad because, and I even said to Alex, I was in my car when I was looking at the screaming bird again, and we were on our way to my parents, and I was like, I need to tell you about this story. And I told him, and he was like, do they know that you were like, oh, come on, it's a bird? And I was like, no, because in my head I was like, she was, like, really concerned about this bird. Like, it was really bothering her. And I'm not gonna, like, belittle how something's bothering you. But, oh my sweet Jesus, if I had that bird, I know there's no bird traps. I would call a guy. That bird is violent. It's a terrible looking bird. Well, it's a pretty bird. I'll show you the picture, Nancy. Because I took the picture that Scrappy took and I zoomed in. This is the bird, Nancy. Hold on, see if my camera can handle this. I hope Nancy can identify. But it's a bird in California, so I don't know. It's pretty though, he's a pretty bird. At first, when she was saying like it's attacking everything, I was like, no, birds chirping is gorgeous. No, birds chirping is gorgeous. This thing's lost its mind. Nancy, I took pictures of it yesterday. So that was what it looked like. In my head, when you were complaining about it before, I don't even want to say complaining, because complaining makes it sound like in like not a good, like it sounds like it's on you, but it's not complaining. That thing is like that's a mockingbird. That's a terrible mockingbird. So Scrappy, if that's a mockingbird, thank you, Nancy, for your quick identification. Nancy is our local birder. It's a pretty bird, but Scrappy, maybe what you should do then is start playing the audio of nice birds, like something like a chickadee or something, or a robin. Just start playing that. If it's a mockingbird, maybe it'll take away. Yeah, it full on, like when I saw that picture, I was like, is it a magpie? That thing is violent looking. Like it really, like it's grabbing the other bird. Look, it's got a hold of the other bird by the wing. That's not a friendly situation. And when I saw this, I saw black and white and I was like, oh, it's a magpie, but it's not a magpie, it's brown. When we lived in England, the magpies there were frickin' wild. They were mean birds. Anytime you walked under any trees near where their families were, they'd dive bomb you and they'd hit you. Like they'd knock your hat off your head. Magpies. So anyway, the bird that Scrappy has been dealing with is basically like a consistent harasser of her neighborhood. And now I feel pretty bad for being like, it can't be that bad. It is. It really is. I have my speaker out there playing all sorts. Oh, so maybe the bird is like maybe it caught static or something. So now it's just repeating static. Not sure about that, but it looks like one. I'll look up birds of California. Nancy, I love you. I love that you come in with the knowledge. Bring us in with the knowledge. Wow, it is cute though, right, Lori? Yeah, it's a pretty bird, but the noise it makes ain't pretty. It's like like ugh. Like if you've ever had a budgie, the awful noise a budgie makes, but like on... Oh, Whisper says it's a mockingbird too? Oh, I missed something. I didn't see that. Whisper says it's a mockingbird. Why don't I see that comment? Sorry, Laura, I will be in my knitting class at the beginning of your live tonight, but I'm at some point, can you just show how to card the floss? Yeah, totally. I have floss that isn't carded yet, so yeah, I'll do that. And she looks like a mixed shepherd. She is a mixed shepherd, so there we go, which is good. Cute doggo, but not mine. I sent you a cat. Good. I'm in the process of spoiling the heck out of my nephew because of his crappy senior year, but after I'm done spending all my money on him, I'll do another Redbubble purchase. Scrappy, no, like, don't even, it's not going anywhere. So spoil your nephew. He deserves it since he's stuck not getting any of the fun stuff. Oh, Amber, good. You sent a picture, of your baby boy. Yeah. Well, it's added to the list. Somebody said that their senior dog, who was that? Somebody said their senior dog is not doing well or had a hard day. Definitely upload pictures of your senior dog and I will happily draw. Oops, someone did. Nancy did. Such a crappy senior year, totally. It's not fair, really. But at least the whole world is in it. You know what I mean? Like if it was just all grade 12s and high school students can't go in, at least the whole world is suffering through it. Not that a senior can see the context. When you're a kid, like school and friends are your whole world, right? I think of like when I broke up with my high school boyfriend, how it like devastated me because that was my whole world. So imagine having that, like that's a big part of your identity. Student, when you're 17, student is like most of your identity. So having that taken away would be hard. So he deserves to be spoiled. So good on you, best auntie ever. You should get him a shirt when you give him all his fancy things that says like, I have the best aunt. And be like, you have to bring this with you if you go to college. My old dog Bailey. Oh, Bailey. What kind of dog is Bailey? Is it a beagle? Because Bailey is a beagle name. I mean, you can go ahead and use whatever you want, but Bailey sounds like a beagle. Oh, Katina, one of my cats. Oh, Millicent's mom, Ziggy Stardust. Great name. Buffalo Bill. I love Buffalo Bill. What a cute dog. Can I have him? If you don't want Buffalo Bill anymore, this is for me. Oh, little guy, look at that. Oh, bull terriers are cute. They're super weird though. They don't look right. Like as a dog, like they don't look right. That didn't come out right. They look like a pit bull with an extended nose because their nose does the thing. Like pit bulls do like they still do this, but it's like you know what I'm trying to say. It's a bull terrier, but it's pretty. I like them. I think they're cute. I've only experienced one that was really chill. Every other bull terrier I've ever met has been nuts, like truly nuts. Like just a tight ball of energy. Like they just can't. But then one in Toronto, this giant bull terrier. Like, you know how big a bull terrier is. For those of you that don't know, like, I don't know, beagles, they're not huge. They're like a little dense dog, like a toddler, and they have like a weird big head with like their nose goes out like a Clydesdale horse as opposed to in like a Arabian or like a dog. And this one dog was so chill. Every time we'd see him, I would just be like, I have to go say hi. And the owner would he'd have him on a leash because other people are scared of dogs, but this dog definitely didn't need one. And when the owner would be like, go say hello. The dog would like come over and say hello. And then if the owner was like, all right, let's go, the dog would like, all right, let's, like was fully engaged with his parent. It was a very cute dog. Bailey. What's your doggy's name, by the way? Amber. Unfortunately, it's been gone, unless Amber is Bailey. Am I falling behind in my own brain? Oh, want another hard, hold on, want another but hard at the moment with everything going on. True. Oh, there we go. It is Amber who had, okay, cool. Not sure about that. Okay, good. We got the birds. Good, the birds. Laura, I found lilac buds in my hedge. Pics in Discord. I'm ready for the lilac buds. They're not here yet. They haven't made it here. We still have some, oh, they're so close. Ours don't even have that many leaves yet. And like, you know how you have branches of green? We don't have green branches yet. They're still brown. All the branches are still brown and the leaves are just little buds. Our lilacs aren't coming for a while. Oh, Chris, what a cute kitty. I had a kitty that looked just like that, Princess Willie. That's what she looked like. She had a white mustache and everything. Her twin brother, oh my goodness, that is the same. That's adorable. He's called JC. He's the third English Bull Terrier we've had. Is there an American Bull Terrier? Because I know there's like English Cocker Spaniel, American Cocker Spaniel, but what does it look like? We adopted him around 4 to 5 years old. That's awesome because you know what happens with a lot of Bull Terriers? They get put up for adoption at 4 or 5 years old because they are a tough breed for some people. Because they're a big dog in a small body, like a corgi. It's a big dog. It just has small legs, but a corgi isn't a small dog. Like it needs big dog things, you know what I mean? I think Nancy might be right. I just looked up photos of Mockingbird. Looks like it. It's screaming right outside of my window right now. Like I want to not laugh because it's not funny, but like at the same time, if you lived in the country, I bet you a BB gun would be involved in your future, honestly. I know you live in the city area, so that's probably not available to you, but I feel like country folk would take that into their own hands. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. Happy birthday. Thank you, Noemi. Thank you. So I don't have any awful birds, especially around their nests, and aggressive, noisy and aggressive. It sucks that their noise isn't cute. Couldn't they like make a cute noise if they're a mockingbird? I think its only dog, Caesar Milan, could never train. Maybe because they are headstrong, right? Like they're a tough guy. Dude, it does it at 5:30 to 8:30. What an awful thing. He's listening to your yelling neighbor, right? That's his interpretation of angry human. If angry human makes other humans go away, I'll just scream angry human and then nobody will come near my nest. Such characters though. Totally, they have such personalities. It's like a toddler, honestly. Like they have tantrums and at the same time, like if you've ever seen a bull terrier chasing their tail, it's like, how are you, why are you, what's happening? In Bali we have kingfishers. Go search it. Kingfishers are beautiful. They're a beautiful bird. A lot of beak. Beak to head ratio is intense. Do you have the blue ones? Or are they all blue? I feel like the blue one, there's like when you think kingfisher, I think of like one that has a lot of blue on it. So here we just have the nice birds. We have robins. Well, we have seagulls, but I like seagulls. People are like, they're like rats. Alex doesn't care for them. I think the seagulls are hilarious because it looks like they are just scream laughing. Like when you catch one of them defending a piece of food and they go like, ah, 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 ah. It makes me laugh every time. I love them. Yeah, definitely like having another child. Jeez. Ooh, white owls. That's cool, Noemi. Listen, I would never hurt an animal, but I texted my brother-in-law and asked if he had a pellet gun. Yeah, see, like, I feel the same way. I don't want to... No, they have gold on their faces, right? Or yellow. There's definitely blue in a kingfisher. Yeah? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I love seagulls. Sorry about your mockingbird. Maybe you should try to make friends with it. And then it'll repeat like what you say. So you could be like whispering sweet nothings and then he'll say nice things to you. Nancy, I was at a conference in Maryland years ago and local mockingbirds were noisy all night. I didn't get much sleep. I've only ever, you know what? That's weird because I don't remember what the mockingbird looked like, but I saw a mockingbird 2 times while I was in Toronto. And the reason I know it was a mockingbird was because full on it copied me. So I saw this bird and it was just singing. And then I was whistling back to it. Alex and I were looking for rusty metal pieces. So we were on this bridge because I was making iron water mordant, but I needed rusty things. And in downtown Toronto, if you walk on the street, there's like bolts and nuts and screws and like bike pieces and like car bolts. Like there's lots of metal that just ends up on the floor. So we were walking around and then this bird was singing and I just stopped because that's who I am sometimes. And I just whistled back to the bird. And then, because the bird was singing, doing its own thing, and it was cute, like it was singing nice songs. And then I went over and I was like just a noise, and it whistled back the same thing, and I was like, no, I've never seen this. And Alex was like, what? And I'm like, that bird just fully did the same notes that I did. And Alex was like, he thought like I was copying the bird, like how like I can tell him which one's the cardinal, like me, me, me. If you hear that, there's the cardinal around, you know? So anyway, it wasn't that. I didn't know what this bird was. So then I whistled something different. And it copied the different thing. So that was the coolest thing. Like, probably the coolest bird interaction I've had, because it was a wild animal that repeated after me. I only did whistles, so I don't know if it would repeat other things, but it was really cool. This bird tried to kill This bird tried to kill a pigeon and a huge black crow yesterday. I literally sat watching this bird have fights all over. Well, maybe he's just showing off to his lady who's sitting on some eggs, but rude. We have an owl at night too, and loons. Oh, loons are so cool. So svelte. Such a pretty bird. And they make a nice noise. Like, I like birds that make noises that are soft like that, as opposed to like sharp. It's like some sounds are sharp and some sounds are round, and like loons have a round sound, and blue jays have a sharp sound. I still like blue jays because they live in our front tree and they're like a troop. I'm calling them a troop now because it seems like they go on like, oh my god, I forgot a story. I have a story from yesterday. Coolest story. Okay, so Alex and I are outside. I'm just looking like at the oil levels, at the lilac tree, just looking around, showing Alex some of the stuff that's in the yard. And get ready for this. The blue jays started fluttering around in their pine tree, and I was like, there, do you see, Alex? That pine tree, that's where the seven family, the group of seven blue jays live. That's where they live. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And then this blue jay started like scrapping with something I couldn't see. And then I saw robins dive bombing this blue jay. And I know from when I was attempting to raise robins, rest in peace Pipsqueak, which we did also do the burial of over the weekend, by the way. So I saw these robins dive bombing and I was like, oh no, they're probably trying to get a baby or an egg out of the nest, because blue jays will kill robins' babies and eggs and eat them. So I was watching and I said, just a minute, we have to make sure. And then something fell out of the tree. And I saw like the shadow of a thing fall, and I was like, no, we need to go and investigate, because what if it's a baby bird? Obviously, if it had fallen from 30 feet, the baby bird probably wasn't going to have lived, but I was still interested in going for a look. The robins flew away. The blue jay was on the ground, like doing something, and I was like, no, this is not happening. So I walked over, blue jay flies away, and I'm looking around and like trying to find a baby bird. So I'm looking for a baby bird, and I found a snake this long, a baby garter snake. It was as long as a worm. Like, worms here are bigger than that snake was. This big, thin, like this. So cute, and dead. The blue jay was eating it. So that was really cool, except for the fact that it died. I would have loved to have played with a baby garter snake. Knowing that there's baby garter snakes around, though, really made me feel very good. I ended up leaving the snake behind. I put it like where it was and let it behind, so the blue jay will still be able to eat it. But wow, I had not seen that. Or maybe the robin had the snake, because robins go for worms, and the blue jay stole it from her. But there was like a fight going on between two robins and a blue jay, and then there was a snake that was dead on the ground that the blue jay was attacking. And it was pretty cool, but it was dead, so I couldn't do anything about it. So I left it behind. But cool! I haven't seen a baby garter snake in a very long time. It was very fun to see. Anyway, Scrappy, Google how to deter a mockingbird. You might get some useful suggestions. Good call. And I'm glad you've buried her. Me too. I am glad. Alex and I buried her with the remaining eggs that didn't hatch. We dug a nice deep hole right under our wisteria vine. It's not a tree. It's climbing up something. I would call it a vine, but I don't know what it's actually like, what you'd call it. But we dug a big hole under the wisteria, put her and the remaining eggs in there in a box, and buried her up. And on top of her, there's going to be those big flowers, the big ones, peonies. There's pink peonies that come right around. Like, there's like this like semicircle in front of behind the wisteria of peonies. So we planted her. We buried her right under there. So there will be peonies. So we'll be able to know where she's buried, because there's peonies marking it. And also in like a mildly gross / creepy way, it will fertilize the peonies and the wisteria, so then it'll be some, like she's benefiting the nature of the backyard in a way without me having to like give her to animals to eat, you know? So yeah, it made me feel a lot better. It made me feel like it wasn't disrespectful that I had her. You know what I mean? Like there was a part of me where it's like, she died because I had her. Yes, she would have died if I didn't have her, but she also died because I had her. So it was like a rock and a hard place. There wasn't a good scenario for this baby bird because it already had been removed from a nest. So she was gonna die if she didn't have me interact with her, and she was gonna die if she did have me interact with her. So at least she was buried in a respectful way. So I felt less. I don't know. It's like a dirty feeling. It felt more like it was part of the circle of life, right, Whisper, than it was entirely my fault and because of me that all this happened. So she was getting removed from the tree regardless of if I existed or not. But she got buried. So Alex and I buried her. Thunder was there, but he was rolling in a worm, which was very gross. But it was distracting him and not making him come look in the hole, so it was okay. Hi Jack, by the way, good morning. I'm glad you buried me too, and I'm doing reading right now, good. Thanks for identifying it for me. It's been 2 weeks of this. Reflective tape. It sat on them. Okay, so it's a smart mockingbird. Hopefully it puts your mind at rest a little. Thanks, Amber. I think so. It sounds like a sweet place for Pip. I agree. It's definitely totally understandable. It is a great place, I think, because it'll be pink peonies and wisteria. I think it was purple wisteria. I think you'd be weirder if you didn't have those feelings. Yeah. Sometimes I think I'm like a sociopath when it comes to animals because life and death, in theory, doesn't affect me, but in practice it definitely does, which sucks because in theory it doesn't. Like in my head I'm like, if Thunder was wounded and it was hurting him to be alive more than it would for me to put him down, I would just put him down because I'm here to protect him. But like literally the amount of feelings I had over a baby bird that I had for 2 weeks as an egg and then 2 days as a bird, the amount of feelings I had invested in that bird tells me that if Thunder got wounded and I needed to make that choice, probably it's not going to be as simple as it sounds in my head. Dogs love to roll in gross things. I know, that thing where they like rub their whole face in it like that, like in the dirt. So gross. And then I have to like wipe him down. I'm like, most of the time for Thunder it's a worm. He'll like dig a little bit and then rub his face. I don't think it's the dirt. Usually I think it's a worm. Anything stinky, anything worm related. There was this dog, a guy I dated in high school, his dog would roll like that, like rub her face in dead things. So like if she found like a dead mouse, like this dog would like roll in dead things. It was so gross. She was an outdoor dog, which was also weird, but those still exist. I mean, I know they exist in like Russia, but I didn't realize people had like outdoor dogs here because dogs are like people. I could see if you had a farm and it was like a Great Pyrenees and the dog was defending your herd and it was built to be outside in the cold. Okay, but like it was like a German Shepherd style-ish. I don't know. It was weird. When I found out it was an outdoor dog, I was like, what does that even mean? What do you mean it's an outdoor dog? It knows tricks. It's an indoor dog. Dogs are indoor dogs. Right? I mean, that being said, this is what I ended up with. It's a very difficult decision, but to be honest, you do truly know when it's time to do right by your pets and have to put them to sleep. Well, that's what I'm trying in my head is trying to keep that as the thing. It's my responsibility to do right by Thunder. You know what I mean? So, okay, interesting. Angry Man, we're gonna just get rid of Angry Man right here. Hold on a sec. Remove. There we go. Sorry, Angry Man came in and started saying weird stuff. Fox, yep, used to get everywhere from my dogs, yep. Delightful, isn't it? Thunder keeps going back to the same pile of coyote poop and trying to investigate it, and he thinks that I'm not aware. Like, he sneaks over to it when we're in the backyard and is like, can I just stumble over this way. Anyway, though, with the dogs, it's our responsibility to do right by them because we purchased them. We adopted them. We rescued them. Whatever you want to call the way that you got your dog was your fault. You know what I mean? And for that, it means that if your dog is suffering, it's your fault. You know what I mean? Like, without being rude about it, like, if Thunder is hurting and he's not feeling better, it's because of me. He can't do anything to make himself. He can't go to a doctor. Only I can do things to make him feel better. So if I can't do anything to make him feel better, I hope that I'll have the wherewithal to say, like, this isn't fair. Hopefully. Marco Shepherd was an outside dog. As a pup, it would whine nonstop until he was put outside. Okay, some dogs are bred for it, I guess, but to me it felt weird. But also I was used to like Ottawa. No, I wasn't. I was used to Hamilton being very cold in the winter. The bird situation, I think you took it to heart. That was definitely a reflection of your care, which it wasn't. Of you care. It just wasn't a viable life. I hope not. I hope it was not viable. I hope it wasn't. I hope I didn't make a stupid mistake. You know what I mean? Like, did something get too hot or too cold, or did the bird eat too much and couldn't digest it, or not enough, or did they cough and then aspirate some of the food or liquid? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it was that made her die, which is, I think, the problem. Like, if I knew what it was that was making, like, if Thunder was hurt and, you know what I mean? Like, I know what's going wrong. I didn't know what went wrong. Your hurt and sadness was valid, but you thinking you did bad was not. Thank you, Scrappy. I appreciate that. Oh, yeah, if I kept JC alive, it would have been totally selfish. See, yeah, like, but it's hard because they're also a family member. You know what I mean? Like, we've had Thunder for 6 years now, I think. 6 years now, I think. And he's 9, and he's now a part of our family. And if he lives till he's 20, that's a long time to keep somebody in your family who you talk to. Like, people underestimate the importance of dogs. You talk to them every day. Even if you're not someone who talks to your pet and like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? You have another person in your house. When you have a cat, you see it and you go, morning, like, and the cat goes, meow. Like, I don't know anyone that has pets that doesn't talk to them at least in passing, and then eventually having them just be gone and people be like, oh, that's tough. You lost your dog. It's like, no, like, I've had that dog for 18 years. Like, that's a long time. I haven't had people in my life as long as I've had Thunder. Like, Thunder is one of the longest things for me to keep things. He's not a thing, but you know what I mean? Like, he's like a person. Like, they really are your everything too, Scrappy. They really are, because they love you unconditionally. They don't understand any of your flaws. It doesn't apply to the way they see you. Like, if you're like, oh, I have a lisp that's starting to irritate me. Like, I've been talking to Alex about going back to speech therapy because my S's, I think that I must be having issues with my hearing because I can feel my S's fading in and out. Like, they're not sharp S's anymore. I need to do tongue exercises and stuff, and I know that, and I have this insecurity about it, and I've mentioned this to you guys. Or like my insecurity about my short stubby fingers, or the fact that my nail, like that, none of that means anything to Thunder. You know what I mean? None of it means I am his whole world. If he sees me, he's so pumped to see me. You know what I mean? So it's like a different type of relationship than what you have with people. There's no judgment. My dog was my everything. How they should be. And Linda, good morning. Absolutely, Scrappy says, I would have had to make the decision, and I was worried that I was not going to be able to decide, but I just knew when it was time. The benefit, too, is that, like, if you trust your vet, you know what I mean? Your vet can't say, like, yeah, it's time to put your dog down, but the vet can say, he's hurting. Like, your vet can be honest with you about what's going on. So if you trust your vet, you can be like, okay, the vet is saying this is like hurting my dog, so we should do something about it. I've never been so heartbroken when I lost her, Scrappy says. I called her my soulmate. She was the best gift. My husband got me for her for Christmas. Oh, they love us no matter what we look like, what we have, how we feel about ourselves makes no difference to them, all that stuff. They just want you to be happy. They don't care about your flaws. They just want your love. Absolutely. Like, Look, what do you mean? Look at this. He just sits with me. Our vet got watery eyes when it was time. Good. So they should. It's terribly sad, and they have to do a job. They literally have to mercy kill animals every day. I can't imagine becoming cold about that. Because even if you, the only way I could imagine them not being affected is if dogs were just delivered and they put them down on their own. But you're coming in with an owner who is heartbroken about losing their family member. Like, there's no way you don't feel things when you see somebody coming in with their 18-year-old dog that they've loved. Like, you have to. You know what I mean? You just have to feel something. Oh, now I'm missing my Kira. Good, because that's how you keep her around. Give Rogue a cuddle and tell her you love her, because the way that you care for your animals now is like a reflection of your love for past animals. You know what I mean? Like, Cleo was like my girl. She's still alive, but she's my parents' dog. Cleo was always my girl, and she taught me how to love thunder. Do you know what I mean? And without my first dog, Arthur, I wouldn't have known how to love Cleo. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's kind of a, it's really hard, but it's, missing them keeps them around. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that, like, heartbreak is still a very human feeling. You know what I mean? Like, if you're meant to experience all the things that humans do, heartbreak is part of that, and it's part of how we grow into the different versions of ourselves that we're going to become. Tracy, they don't care about your flaws. You're right. The time is coming soon for our Bailey, and we started talking to the kids yesterday about it. That's so hard, Crystal. How did they take it? That's sad. How old is Bailey again? And is he just old age, just starting to have a harder time? I'm hugging Rika. Good. My little guy. And Jenna, the vet, cried when Jess was put to sleep in November. He said it was the perfect Roddy, exactly how they should be. Oh, that's so sweet. Jack, I grew up with a border collie, and anytime I was upset from child to teenager, she would just come and sit with me and kiss me when I was having panic attacks and crying. See, dogs know. It's because they know. They know how to comfort people. They don't want you to be sad. They just want everything to, like, this is the energy Thunder wants all day, every day. Just together and warm and safe. And that's all I want for him. I really do really want to have another old Chihuahua join our family this year. I realized, like, I have so much room for, like, animal love. I have a lot of room for it, and I can fill it with plants. Absolutely, I can fill that with plants. I'm not having a baby, so there's that. But I can fill it with plants. But, like, that's not helping anyone. So I want to be fostering a dog, or I want to adopt a dog. Like, I'm pretty sure that our SPCA is going to end up having, like, a blitz sale on cats and dogs, because nobody's going out, so nobody's going to the shelters to look at dogs, so then there's going to be more dogs. Plus, people who are right at the poverty line will have to get rid of dogs that they can't afford to support. Like, people will end up, there will be more dogs in the system in coming months, and for that reason, ideally, I would like to get either a senior Chihuahua or a bonded pair of senior Chihuahuas. She's 16 and the kids are taking it well. Thankfully, they're older, so they understand. Oh, she's 16, so she's an old girl. She's an old girl, and she's that means she's had an awesome life. And the kids are older, so they've been with her since the beginning. It's so beautiful, though, to have a family member that everybody has a good feeling about her. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, I don't know. You think of, like, everybody argues in families, and like, sometimes people are irritated at each other. The dog is never part of it, you know? Everybody just loves the dog. So it's like, it's something that all of you guys can bond over, that you'll want to talk to each other and tell stories about her and keep her around, you know? Our shelters are closed in England. Well, our shelters are open, but the going in to adopt a dog is closed. but you can still apply to foster a dog and apply to adopt a dog, but you can't go in and look at the dogs. And that is a lot of the ways that people will get a dog. They'll go to the shelter and go like, I like that one, take it home that day, you know? A beautiful, fierce black German Shepherd Lab mix. Ooh, black German Shepherds are so cool. They look like kind of creepy, but she had lab in her. But you know what I mean? Like a pure German Shepherd, if you see like the way a German Shepherd kind of trots, you know, they're like low to the ground like a cheetah. And oh, my Roddy was my baby, Whisper says. When he got sick and started hurting, I had to let him go. Because that's what was right. I'm sorry that your baby had to go, though. Princess and Duchess were bonded when they came to my home. I still miss my past animals, especially my princess. She passed last year with a stroke and nothing I could do but hold her, and it broke my heart. Thank goodness for Duchess. Duchess and Princess, that's so sweet. No, we can't do anything like that. Weird. I think she still has a little bit of time. Her bladder and bowels are okay. It's more her arthritis and dementia. She's having a hard time walking. That's what happened to Louis, and he would go in and out of that, where it's like he would have like a couple of days where it would be really hard for him to get up and to lie down to get comfortable, and then it would be like everything was fine and he could jump up on the couch for a few days. Like it was like he went in and out of struggling. So you'd be like, oh, it's okay, and the next time you'd see, you'd be like, oh, this might be the last time I see him. And then the next time you could be like stiff for her to, like, you can see when she gets up, starts being like fully geriatric, to just let my parents, not let my parents, to ask my parents if she can stay here to like live out her last few months, because she's like my girl, but she's also my mom's girl, I know, but like also like she's my girl. Much. Anyway, hello everyone. I was not at your live this week because I was working on a blanket cocoon. Ooh, almost finished, and I saw you, Laura, and then I saw birthday week. Am I too late? Yesterday was my birthday, Manon, but thank you. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you're here. And yes, Laura, that's what's going on. Yeah, Louis didn't have issues with his bladder or his kidneys. For him, it was just he started having a hard time. It just looked like it was hard, you know? It just looked like he was having a hard time all the time. Except then there would be a day where you'd be like, maybe I shouldn't put him down because he's doing really well today. But at some point it becomes, there's more of the days where it was hard to get up than, like in a 1 month period. Sorry, my fault again. That's all right. I like talking about animals, even if it's in death. But it got to a point where it was like in a 2-week period, if you counted out how many days were stiff, hard days, it was way more than half. So it just wasn't fair, because as the vet explained, they don't have the memory of 2 days ago. So if they had 3 days of a good day in a row and then 3 days of bad days, the dog can only remember ever having bad days. Like they can't remember 3 days ago it being good. They can't go, oh, when I was a puppy I used to chase the ball. They're just like stiff, can't get up. Like it's like today and yesterday or something. Like they have a very short amount of stored memory. And yet, do they though? Because like Cleo is old and she knows who I am. So she remembers me. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's what the vet said anyway. Maybe it's just regarding their own physical bodies they can only remember so much. I don't know. Thunder's dreaming. He's chewing his mouth and his teeth. But Crystal, my heart is with you on this time, because I know this is really hard for you because you're the parent, which means you have to do the actual deciding. Hard for your kids for sure, but I know that you have to bear the brunt of it, so I'm sorry. And just like to share my boy, and so you should. And I need to eat my feelings. Thanks. Well, I would invite you over for cake, but you're slightly too far away. Good morning, Michelle. Be true to you. I agree. G'day from Australia. That's how Jay starts too, is g'day. That's cute. Good morning. Welcome. I struggled with my Ozman. He was my best friend and it broke my heart, but I knew he was suffering. It's such a hard decision to make. But at some point, Unless you are like somehow lucky enough to be a person that wakes up to a dog who peacefully passed away in their sleep at an old age. I don't know if that actually happens, but it seems like it could happen. That seems like a nice way to deal with it as opposed to having to make the decision. It's so scary, but also necessary. It's necessary. Words. I haven't eaten much of my cake because of you, Thunder. You've been sitting here with me. This cake is so dense. It's not like airy, like a bubbly, light cake. This thing is like a lunch. Like this is a piece of cake, a very serious piece of cake. Sorry, I dropped my fork on the carpet and I didn't. This is where we're at now. Also, Oz is such a good name. Oz. You could have been Oz. Hi. Good morning. Oh yeah, you smell my breath, you stinky. Happy birthday. No, Manon. You're from Quebec. Bonne fête à moi. Bonne fête à moi. Bonne fête, bonne fête, bonne fête à moi. But thank you, Manon. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. Are we going to do another live stream day in the coming weeks between yourself, Sadie, and someone else? Oh, another stream of streams. Well, Sadie's not here right now, and nor is Evie, but we'll figure that out in the Discord. Let's do that. I'm down to do another stream of streams. Today I am doing an afternoon stream with embroidery. So if you're learning embroidery and you don't know how yet, join. We did a few stitch tutorials over the last couple of days, and now we're going to be doing some actual embroidery today. Tracy, I lost Sammy that way. He was fine outside, laid down for a nap. 2 hours later, he was gone. He was 12 years old. I mean, to lie outside for a nap and pass away like in a sunbeam, that's all that I can hope for CJ. When CJ passes away, I hope that he's in a bed in a sunbeam. Because, like, that sounds like the best place for a kitty cat to just pass away from old age. Napping in a sunbeam, don't you think? Heartbreaking, but peaceful. That happened to our old dog. Our old dog, Arthur, he had bloat, which is when their stomach flips over and there's not a ton you can do. You can do surgeries. At that time, it wasn't a thing that the vet even suggested. But he had bloat. We didn't know. Bye, Maddie. And he went into each of our rooms, hung out with each person, and then went into the living room, got up on his favorite spot on the couch and just died, went to sleep and died. We woke up in the morning and he was like curled up on the couch like he was sleeping. The other two dogs wouldn't go into the room, and that sucked. That was an awful morning. But for him, like in general, you know. Oh, change of subject. Thank you, Frida. Ola was totally supportive of the purple hair. He even volunteered to help since it will be on the back of the head. Oh, that's so sweet. That's nice. Well, purple hair it is. Oh, good. Kira and Rika. Is it Kira or Kura? I'm guessing Kira. Oh, she's a pretty lady. Look at. Oh, that's a pretty dog. Rika's a pretty girl. The woman that cries over nothing. When we met, because she's got a lot of similarities. Wow, that's actually really similar. Like their souls look the same, if you know what I mean. Like they look like they have souls that are the same. Bonne fête, Laura. Tu es extraordinaire. Et j'adore tout ce que tu fais au crochet. Merci, artiste. Oh, merci beaucoup. Tu es gentil. Merci beaucoup. Yay for purple hair, Frida. Indeed, purple hair is a great idea. Remember when my hair was like purple a week ago? Now it's pink. And the blue that was there is now light purple. I'm telling you, hair dye does not want to sit in my hair very much. Heyo, time for the cringe. I'm gonna go now. Time for me to go. I'm gonna go and get my day started. I'm gonna go outside, collect some violets because it's morning and that's when they're blooming their biggest. I can collect all of the blooms and then add them to my dehydrator in order to have dried violets because they're edible and They're pretty, and I haven't figured out why I need them, but they're only here for a couple weeks, and I'm sure that after the fact I'll be like, gosh darn it, why didn't I keep any? So I'm gonna go collect some violets and drink some water. Guys, don't forget to drink water today. I'm going to be drinking a lot of water because I am going to be eating cake and candy and chocolate as most of my diet for today. Oh, and buns. My mom made me buns. So I have bread, cake, candy, and chocolate. That's my day. So drink water because you need water to have good mental health and to be healthy in general. Be nice to yourself and the people you're quarantined with because you're stuck. Aw, tu es super bon, bonne journée. And you too, Manon. And you should type in French every now and again just to keep me on my toes. Make sure I can still read it. Like on the way out, guys. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Have a great day. I love you all. Sorry that we got into the depressing conversation, but I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made my heart feel nice because we got to think about the ones that we love, past and present. I'll see you at 4 p.m. to work on our embroidery. I'm doing my last minute Laura vibe. If you want to learn embroidery, come this afternoon. Bring a piece of fabric, something like a pillowcase if that's the kind of non-stretchy cotton. Pick 30, definitely not 40. Don't put 40 volume bleach on virgin hair, Frida. I would say 20 and bleach twice as opposed to using 30. 20 will bleach it slower, like you'll have to leave the bleach on, but it won't be burning your hair as significantly, from what I understand. I would say do 20 volume. Aw, thanks, Manon. Do 20 volume, Frida, and then 4 days later, do 20 volume again, and then do your color. That would be my advice if you're bleaching for the first time. Okay, love you all. Have a good day. I'll see you at 4. Bring fabric, some embroidery floss, a sewing needle, scissors, and draw something nice on your fabric, and we're gonna get it all done then. Okay, love you, bye.